Hello everybody, so this video is a complete guide for you to understand the OpenAI integration with Make.com. You will learn how you can connect your OpenAI account to Make.com. You will learn how to use the different modules, how to fill in the different things, map different things out. For example, chat completions, talk to an assistant, create an image, vision, and much more. So if you want to enhance your workflows with AI, then this is the video that you need to watch. Hello everybody, my name is Yashika Jain. I'm the founder of Automates AI. At Automates AI, we build automated systems for businesses that use the power of AI. And literally every single automation uses OpenAI modules. So I thought of why not covering it on my YouTube channel and making a guide for anybody who is using Make and wants to integrate AI capabilities into their automation. So without any further ado, let's get started. Here I am on Make.com's website. If you don't have an account with them, then please check out the link in my description below. That is the affiliated link with Make.com. If you use that link to create an account, then that's a way for you to support the channel. If not, then you can simply come to Make.com and create an account. If you already have one, then please log in into your account. So once you log in, this is how your dashboard is going to look like. You can also start with a free plan. There is no need for you to upgrade if you're just starting out. Okay, after that, you need to click on this button to create a new automation. That will take you to a place something like this where you can build your automations from scratch. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to take an example, okay, and create an automation around that so that I can teach you how to use the different OpenAI modules within Make. We're going to start with a Google Sheets trigger. Basically, whenever there is a new row in Google Sheet, it is going to trigger the automation. Again, you don't need to have the same thing. You can have literally anything else, and you just need to copy the OpenAI modules from the video and not these rest of the modules. Okay, so here I am, and this is going to be the Google Sheet. Let's name it YouTube content example. Okay, and then let's do this. Yeah, so basically I'm gonna put in raw content ideas into this Google Sheet, and that should trigger the automation and then give us a few things by running the raw content with AI. Okay, so let's go back to Make. If you're using this, then please connect your Google Sheets account with this, and then here go ahead and select your Google Sheet. So I have selected the sheet, and the sheet name is sheet 1, and let this be the same. For the time being, keep the limit as 1. I'm going to tell you why, and then we're also going to keep it to 100 in a moment, but for now just keep it to 1 and click on all. So choose where to start. So all the files from now are gonna trigger the automation. Okay, so now it's finally time to use the OpenAI module. For that, you're going to click on the plus button, and then here you can search OpenAI or ChatGPT, whatever you want to search. Click on this, and then here are the different options that you have. For example, you can create a chat completion. Basically, this is a one-time conversation with AI. You can pass in the prompt, your user message, and get a response then and there. Or if you want to also add knowledge to your AI assistant, then you can use this module to do that. And similarly, you can generate images and do all of the different stuff. We're going to cover it in the video, so don't worry about it. For the time being, let's start with create a completion, because this is the simplest and the most basic module for OpenAI. So I'm going to click on this. And here, if you already have a connection, then please select your API. If you don't have a connection, then you will see a green button that says create a connection. Click on that. And for myself, it's going to be add. And then give your connection a name. For example, you could say something like my OpenAI keys. Why is this capital? My OpenAI keys, or anything. Doesn't really matter. And then it's time for you to put in your API keys. For that, please go over to openai.com. Once you're there, hover over products and then click on API login. Then it will ask you to log in into an account. If you already have an account with OpenAI, see, I'm not talking about ChatGPT, I'm talking about OpenAI, that is the parent company of ChatGPT, then log in with that account. And if you don't have an account, then simply create a new account. After that, click on the settings button and then go to billing here, and then make sure that you have some credit balance right here. If you don't have a credit balance, if it's showing 0, then please go ahead and recharge it. If you have a balance about $5 to $10, then it's good. Okay, then you can come back to dashboard. Okay, wait, we have to generate the API keys. So we're again gonna go back to settings, and then we're gonna look for the API keys section. So once you're here, then under organization, you will see a tab that says API keys. Come over and then click on create a new secret key. Give it a name. It could be anything. So you could say test or literally anything. And then for the project, you would select a default project. But for myself, it is going to be YouTube content because I'm shooting. And this should remain all. Then click on create a secret key. Then it will give you a secret key. Just copy it out and go back to make and then paste it right here. Since I already have it, I won't be doing it again, but please paste it and click on save. And then you will see something like this in front of you. Okay, so now we're finally there and we can start creating this. Firstly, you need to select a model. Which model do you want the conversation to be completed with? So in my case, I could go with GPT-4o, I could go with Mini, GPT-4 and much more. And for this one, I think GPT-4o Mini would do the job. So just to explain, you can go with GPT-4o whenever you're doing something advanced and you're pushing in a lot of data and receiving a lot of data. In that case, please go with let's say GPT-4o system or anyone that is related to GPT-4o and is related to your job. Otherwise, if it's a very, very simple task and you don't need a lot of intelligence in that, then you can also go with Mini, and this is also affordable as compared to 4o. Or I generally don't go with GPT-4 a lot these days, and even 3.5 because GPT-4o is more intelligent than that. But it's completely up to you. I usually switch between 4o and Mini as compared to what I'm doing. And once you've selected the model, click on this button to add a message. Now here we're gonna add our prompts. For example, when you talk to ChatGPT, you put in a prompt, right? That do this, do that, and whatever. So that is the same thing, but you have to do it here instead of there. So basically, now it's time for us to select a role. Usually, you will have to select either system or user. I don't think you will ever have to select assistant, so don't worry about that. System is generally for giving it an overall context as to who it is, what it should do, and any other extra information. And user is for giving like the variable information, the information that changes quite often. So in our case, the raw content idea, so I'll just say raw content idea. So the raw content idea is going to be variable. It's going to change again and again. So for that, I'm going to use user, but for giving it the overall instructions, the overall prompt, I'm going to use system. So first, let's go with system and give it an overall prompt. Okay, so just to save both of us time, I have created this document with all the prompts that I can simply copy paste during the video. That will save you time of watching me typing the prompts. Okay, so as I said, we're gonna pass in the raw content idea, and then we're gonna ask AI to give us some things. Okay, so the first thing that we would want from AI is going to be the SEO keywords. Okay, so basically the keywords that will allow our content to rank in the search. Okay, and then this is the prompt that we're gonna use. So you could give it a read and pause the video and read it, but I'm just gonna come here and paste it. Also, you will find this prompt library in the description below as resources so that you can use it directly while you're working in case you want to practice. Okay, so basically we're telling it that we're going to pass in the content idea, and you need to analyze it and then give us a response telling us what are the best SEO keywords that one could use for that content idea. Okay, so this is the system prompt. That is the overall context. Now it's time to add the user prompt. That is the variable part of the prompt that changes quite often. So we're gonna come here, click on add a message, and then select user. So basically the text that the user passes in. Okay, and then this is the text. I copied it from here. Okay, and now if you see, we're gonna add the raw content idea here, and then we would want AI to get it here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna click on this and then select the field that says raw content. Okay, so basically it would be something like respond with the primary SEO keyword content idea equals this. Okay, so I hope you get the point that whatever I add in here is gonna be on this green field. It's gonna be replaced. Okay, you don't need to put in this, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Just put in the system prompt and the user prompt. For the maximum completion tokens, you can put any amount, any number based on how many tokens you would want AI to use. But in my case, I always keep it to the maximum because I don't want any errors, right? So yeah, just put it to the maximum value, and a lot of times puts it here and you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, it's completely up to you, but I keep it to the maximum. Okay, so this is done and we can click on OK. So just to explain, whenever you add in any raw content idea here, it's going to trigger the automation that is going to go back to OpenAI. OpenAI is going to do some content research, and then whatever answer it responds with, whatever output it responds with, would be populated in this field right here. So for that, we're going to add another module that is for Google Sheets, update a row. And we're going to update the row that is the row that comes from the trigger. So for that, you're going to select, okay, so instead of by path, please select enter manually because we want to get the row from the trigger. For the spreadsheet ID, you can simply find it here. Then for the sheet name, it's going to be this. Then for the row number, it's going to be this. And for the column range, just keep it from A to Z. Okay, then it's gonna load. And since we want to update B column, that's why we're gonna come to B and put in OpenAI's result. Okay, so I hope you get the point that we're selecting this particular Google Sheet, this particular row that came from the trigger, and then in the B column, we're putting in the response or the output from OpenAI. Simply click on OK and save the automation. Now let's give it a quick run so that we're sure that it works. But before that, let me just put in something good here. So the raw content idea is Search GPT launched by OpenAI. Okay, so very recently OpenAI launched Search GPT. I also have a video on that. I will put it in the I button here. You can go ahead and watch it. But basically, I would like to get SEO keywords for this particular idea. I can also say, is this a replacement for Perplexity? Yeah. Okay, so this is our content idea. Let's cross this and we should get AI's response here. So right now my prompt will give only one SEO keyword. It could be anything. It could be Search GPT, it could be OpenAI, it could be literally anything. If you want to get multiple, then just tell it to give you more than one keywords. But for mine, I'm just having one keyword that is going to be the primary keyword that one should include in their titles and descriptions. Okay, so I've clicked on save and then I'm gonna click on run once to run the automation. Okay, we've got it and it's done. Let's go back and here is the keyword that OpenAI gave, that is going to be search GPT. That was quite obvious. So I hope you get the point, and if you want to see the results, then you can click on this search button. You can see the result right here. So I hope you get to know how you can use a chat completion module in OpenAI. Just go ahead, add your system prompt, add your user prompt, and run it. Okay? It doesn't have to be the same prompt. You could do anything, any situation that you usually do in ChatGPT, but you just have to do it here. Okay? And if you want to just test this module and not run all of these, then you can double click on it. You can say run this once and then put in a raw content idea, for example, the rise of AI automation. Okay, I'm gonna click this, and then the result is AI automation. Okay, I hope you get the point. Okay, so this was the most basic one. Now, what would you do if you had to add knowledge to your AI model? I mean, your AI assistant. Basically, let's say you have a few PDFs, you have a few, spreadsheets that you would want AI to have in its knowledge before giving an answer. So in that case, you're gonna use Assistance API by OpenAI that allows you to add knowledge to it and then use it in your automations. Okay, so for that, you would first want to go back to your OpenAI account. Okay, then come back to dashboard, then go to assistants right here, and then click on create an assistant. That is going to create a brand new assistant for you. Just give it a name. Okay, and now it is time for you to add the prompt. Now this is the system prompt. If you remember, the system prompt was the overall context of the AI model, so you need to add that system prompt right here. So I'm just gonna do ABC for the moment. Then you select your model just like I told you. So let's go with 4O mini. And now you also have an option to add your files. So click on file search, add files, and drag and drop your files. Okay, you don't need to change any of this. And now you must be wondering, what about the user prompt that is variable each time? So that you're gonna add in make.com, you're not gonna add it here. Okay, so yeah, I already have my assistant created. I'm just gonna find it. Okay, so this is the assistant that I already had, and this was related to a blog post, but this time I want to change the prompt. Instead of blog post, I want to do raw content idea. So I'm gonna have my prompt, I'm gonna paste in my new prompt and click on save. So basically what it does is that it will take in my raw content idea. Then I have uploaded the best tweet formats to its knowledge base. So it's gonna search the knowledge base and tell me that Yashika, use this particular template for your tweet, and it's gonna perform very well. Okay, so if you see here in the file search, I have uploaded a file that has all the different tweet templates. Okay, so once you have created your assistant, you can come back to our automation. Actually, let's name the automation because this doesn't look good to me. So I can say OpenAI and make tutorial. Yeah, okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back to my Google Sheet. I'm gonna add a new column for the tweet template. Okay, and then I'm gonna double click here, and I'm gonna add a module. I'm gonna go to OpenAI, and this time instead of chat completions, I'm gonna select message and assistant. Okay, so this will allow you to message the assistant that you just now created. So first, please select the assistant that you have. So in my case, it is the Twitter post template assistant. Okay, then let it load. Okay, so that is done. Now all we have to do is that pass in the user prompt because the system prompt has already been passed on in the assistant. So the user prompt could be very simple. It could be my raw content idea is, okay, and then here select your raw content idea, that is the A column. Okay, so my raw content idea is raw content. Okay, and you don't need to choose any of these, just leave it as it is and click on OK. Just to give you a difference, chat completions is for a one-time conversation, and when you're not looking for memory, you're not looking for knowledge, you just want to do a one-time thing, then you can use chat completions. But when you want to add knowledge, when you want to have memory, in that case please use message an assistant and create an assistant on your OpenAI account. Okay, so yeah, once this is done, please save the automation, and in update a row, please update OpenAI's result in C column. So this one's result goes in B column, and then this goes in C column. Okay, so I'm just gonna bold these so that we know these are the titles. Yeah. Okay, now let's add a new raw content idea. So it could be Claude just released Claude computer use, end of jobs. Okay, right, and then I'm gonna move my camera here and run once. Okay, so it has done the job. Let's move our camera back here. So the SEO keyword was Claude here. Okay, good. And then this is the tweet template. So tweet with a question to engage with the audience. So that was the very first format that I had in my knowledge base. The first one was to tweet with a question so that people can respond in the comments and then engage with your post. So I can do this, and yeah, so this looks good. So the only reason why we used this was to use a knowledge base, add my own PDFs to it. Okay, so I hope you know how to use the message and assistant module in Make and what is the difference between the two. Okay, so after this we're going to learn how we can generate images in Make.com using OpenAI, that is DALL-E. But before that, I would like to give you all a homework. So the homework is going to be that you need to create another chat completions AI OpenAI module between these two that will take in the result from this module, and it's going to create a new Twitter post out of it. Okay, so you need to add a new column here, that is your Twitter post. So it's basically gonna take in all of these, and it's gonna create a Twitter post for this idea using this keyword and this template, and it should be populated in the D column, and that is your homework. If you face any issues, let me know in the comments below, but this will help you revise all that we have done till now. Okay, so now let's do the create an image module. So we will add a module here, OpenAI generate an image using DALL-E. Okay, again select your API key. In terms of model, please select DALL-E 3 because 2 is horrible. So yeah, just go with 3. And in terms of prompt, I'm gonna use this prompt. Very, very simple, nothing too hi-fi or too much. It's very simple, and this is my content idea. So my content idea is this. Yeah. Okay, if you want, you can have a big prompt that says have this, have that, do this, do that, but I would just like to stick with this. Also, you can click on this show advanced settings and then change the size of your image, the quality to HD, the style is going to be vivid, and the response should be URL. Okay, yeah, just click on OK and save, and then I'm gonna add it in the E column. Here in the D column, I'll just say homework because that is your homework, and then in the E column, I'm gonna do image URL, and I'm gonna put in the URL here. So when you click here, you're gonna see data, and under data you're gonna see URL, so just put in URL here. Okay, click on save, and now it's time for us to run the automation. Before that, let's add another content idea. So what do I add now? Quite interesting. So I guess I can add something about Gemini. So Gemini is also allowing Google searches using its LLM after ChatGPT. Okay, so if you don't know, Gemini is also releasing this new feature where you can basically search Google while you're talking to Gemini. Okay, so let's go here and save the automation, run once. Okay, so it's done. Let's go back here. I'm gonna go here and do this. So Gemini, this was my idea. The keyword is Gemini. For the template, we got this. Strange. We're gonna look into it. This is your homework and this is the URL to the image. So let's go here. Okay, so this is your image, and you can use it anywhere further in the automation as well if you want to, but we're gonna stop here, right? And yeah, we got this answer from assistant. So let's see what went wrong. Result, this, attachments, empty, content, empty, collection, annotations, empty. Okay, so I guess there is an issue with my file. Okay, so if something like that happens to you, generally it shouldn't, it is just happening with me, then what you can do is you can re-upload the same file and delete your previous file, and it shouldn't do that issue again. Actually, Assistant's API is in beta mode right now, so they're still testing it and it's not ready for production yet. But if you're doing it for your company internally, or if you're doing it for your own projects, then that's fine. And if you face any shortcomings like these, then you can simply use a few tactics to solve that. So basically just delete this file, re-upload your file, and just have it. Okay, so in the first go it did get the file, but in the second go it was not able to do it. I guess there was some issue, but yeah, that's fine. So I hope you've got the overall idea of how you can use the different OpenAI modules. I'm also going to talk about the rest of them. So message and assistant we have done, create a completion we have done, transform text to structured data. This is a very advanced module in Make that will allow you to pass in raw text like in any format and then get it in a structured format. For example, you want to generate a JSON out of it, or you would like it to be in a certain format, then this is the module that you're going to use. But again, if you're doing it with a lot of data, then it might add to the cost, but it's completely up to you. If you want to have a video, if you want to see a video on this, then I can make a separate video just on this module. Okay, analyze images. So this is also a great one. So basically for this one, you need to pass in the image, okay, and then it's gonna look into the image, and you can give it a prompt and it's gonna give you a response accordingly. For example, if I pass in the image of a leaf that has a disease on it, so it's a leaf and it has, say, a disease on it, then I can pass on the image to this module. I can say that I've passed on the image of a leaf, please analyze the disease in the leaf, tell me about the disease, tell me how I can solve the disease, and it's basically gonna go and see and tell me what I should do to prevent that. Okay, again, this is a little advanced, but if you want, I can also cover it in part 2 of this video, because if I do it in this one, then it's going to be a long one. Then also you can edit images. This is not the best actually, but you can use it. I feel like it still needs a lot of improvement. Then you can also use these modules to generate audio, translate audio to English, transcribe audio to text, all of these. One would generally not need this, but if you want it, I can have it in part 2 of the video. Then these modules I have covered in a video that I'm gonna link here. Okay, then list batches. This is not something that a normal person would need until you're a developer. So again, if you want me to cover these, I can do it in part 3, not part 2, but just let me know in the comments below. For part 1, these are the fundamentals and the basics of OpenAI and Make. You will find the prompt library in the description below. Also, my affiliate link to Make, in case you want to create an account with them, is gonna be in the description. If you liked the video, please consider liking. If you're looking for AI and automation solutions for your business, then don't forget to check out the description below. I have the link to my website, and please go there. And if you're really interested, please schedule a consultation and we can talk from there. Apart from that, if you're an AI automation agency looking for technical partners, then again I have a link to a form in my description that you can fill out. I'm gonna check out the responses, and if it seems like a fit, then we could work together. Apart from that, I also have my LinkedIn down below if you would like to connect with me personally. And I'm also thinking of providing one-on-one consultations. So just look for it in the description, maybe it's there. And for example, let's say you were making this automation and then you got a major error that you were not able to solve. So you could book a session with me, let's say 30 minutes. We could come on a call, and then I can help you solve that issue. It could be for any Make automation or anything that is within my expertise. So yeah, just look for it. It might be there. And yeah, that's it. If you face any issues, let me know in the comments below. I'll meet you in the next video. Till then, bye.